Everyone wants to work in the international legal market. Global law firms, international clients, cross border deals. But most of you think that to be there, you need either a foreign passport, an international degree, or some magical reference. But let me tell you one thing very honestly, that is not what exactly decides your chances. What actually matters are the skills. And honestly, as law students, we don't pay much attention to these skills. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and here I am with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the exact skills that you need to develop as lawyers to work in the international market, be it global organizations, startups, multinational companies, or international law firms. Let's start with the most underrated skill, which is legal communication. International legal work is not about using complex language. It is about clear, structured, and professional communication. You will be writing a lot of emails, legal opinions, contract explanations, risk summaries, case briefs, and most of your audience will not be lawyers. If a business team cannot understand your email properly, then you're not communicating well, no matter how good a lawyer you are. A good lawyer must be able to convey the legal issues in simple language, reach to the point quickly, and should be able to convey the message in a professional language, not defensive or aggressive. Let's move on to the next, but the most important skill. One skill that can easily open international doors for you is contract drafting and reviewing. Because international legal work is extremely contract heavy. You will deal with a lot of non-disclosure agreements, employment contracts, international commercial contracts, vendor agreements, service agreements, and whatnot. And here's the important part. Nobody actually cares how well you memorized sections in law schools. What actually matters is how well you are able to understand risk allocation, commercial intent, and practical consequences of clauses. You must know how to read contracts and immediately think what can go wrong, because international lawyers are not only hired to just draft, they are hired to protect businesses. One skill that makes you stand out in the international market is your business and commercial awareness, because in the international market, we don't work in isolation, we work as business teams. And you need to be able to understand how the business makes money, why timelines are important, why costs are important, and why do business prefer practical solutions. Because at the end of the day, you cannot just say that this is legally perfect. You have to be able to say that this is legally and commercially acceptable. If your advice blocks the business every single time, then you will not be seen as a person who adds value. So you need to think like a business partner and not just a lawyer, because in the international market, lawyers are expected to enable business and not to slow it down. Now, one skill that no one really talks about but is really important is cross-cultural and professional etiquette. International legal teams work across different countries, different cultures, different time zones. Sometimes in such situations, how you communicate is equally important as what you communicate. So professional etiquette includes respectful emails, respecting other time zones, setting clear timelines or deadlines, and giving confirmations in writing. And trust me, being loud does not always mean being confident, because professional, calm, and I would say soft tone always work. Now, since technology is advancing so far, another skill to consider is your research and technology skill. You will not be rewarded for spending 10 hours on a research that could actually be completed in 1 hour. Now, as a global lawyer, you must know how to research laws across different jurisdictions, how to find reliable sources quickly, and how to use legal databases and tools efficiently. And trust me, because AI and tools are a part of the legal field now, we cannot and we should not stay away from it. We should be able to learn to use it in a way to save our time, increase our productivity, and increase our efficiency. You need to understand that AI is a tool and not a shortcut, and it is not there to replace legal thinking, but to support it. Now, as we all know, that global market changes very fast. Every day there are new regulations, new compliance requirements, new laws. So adaptability is not an option, it is essential. And international lawyers are considered as lifelong learners. So if you are thinking that your degree is going to save you for the next 30 years, sorry, but you're already falling behind, because you should always be willing to learn new things. You should always be curious, and you should always be willing to advance your skills, because in the global context, relevance matters more than seniority. Now, let's talk about the most important part, which is how to develop and enhance these skills, because you don't actually need an international job to be able to develop your international skills. You can take the practical steps by one, improve your drafting skills, learn it clause by clause, and don't follow the templates blindly. Two, improve your written and verbal communication. Write emails, write case briefs, contract explanations, maybe legal opinions, and try to be able to communicate properly and in simple language. Third, understand how the business operates. Understand why timelines matter for the business to grab opportunities, and how does a business actually operate in terms of financial terms also, because that goes a long way. And fourth, follow international legal content, which would come through law firm blogs, global legal updates, and also real world discussions. Now, let me leave you with this. International legal careers are not about luck, they are about preparation. And if you develop the right skills, opportunities will follow, whether it's with law firms, multinational companies, or global organizations. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more practical legal career insights. And if you want to learn more about contract drafting, comment international, and I will try to start a series about international contract drafting. Thank you. Oh, and one last point. Always remember that if the law is global, then why should lawyers be restricted to jurisdictions?